Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Zakim Haidar with the student ID 2024-32044. In this video, I will show you my practical report on the computer network second practicum. This practicum was conducted to implement a computer network using a star topology. The network consisted of one server, one switch, and four PC clients, where the switch functioned as the central connecting device. All devices were connected using UTP straight-through or copper straight-through cables, which are suitable for connecting different types of devices, such as PCs and servers, to a switch. First, let's see the configuration of a server. The server was The server was configured as the central network service provider. A static IP address was assigned to the server with an address 192.168.44.1, which was determined based on the last two digits of the student identification number, or in Indonesia, we call it NIM. This IP address was used simultaneously as the server address, default gateway, and the DNS server address. The subnet mask was automatically set to 255.255.255.0, ensuring that all devices were in the same local network segment. After configuring the IP server address, we move to the DHCP service. The DHCP service was enabled and configured through the server's service menu. A DHCP pool named LAN Laprak2 was created with the default gateway and the DNS server set to 192.168.44.1. The DHCP server was configured to distribute IP addresses starting from 192.168.44.2 with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Once the configuration was saved, all PC clients were set to obtain their IP addresses automatically using DHCP. As a result, each PC successfully received a unique IP address without manual configuration. I'll show you the result. Wait. Here, in the IP configuration, we change from the static to the DHCP to receive the IP address automatically. After we move it to the DHCP, we will automatically receive the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and the DNS server, like that. As a result, each PC will successfully receive a unique IP address without manual configuration. Okay. Now, after we configuring the DHCP service, we need to verify the DHCP configuration with a connectivity test. How to perform a connectivity process? We move to the PC and open the desktop and click the command prompt. In here, type ping, let's say 192.168.44.2, for example, and then just enter it. And then if it's successfully being connected, it will show to us the message successfully pinged. the test showed that all these tests will show to us that all pieces were able to communicate with each other successfully, indicating that the DHCP service was functioning correctly and the network was properly connected. I will show you once again tests with connectivity tests. Let's say in here I type ping 192.168.44.5, and if we enter this, it will show also the same result, that the connectivity test is successfully being connected, or the pieces are being successfully connected with the DHCP. All right. Now, so what this test result showing to us? This test indicating that the DHCP surface was functioning correctly and the network was properly connected. Next, we move to the HTTP service on the server configuration. Wait, HTTP. Okay, here. The HTTP on the server, first we need to enabling it. After the HTTP server was enabled, a simple web page was created by editing the index.html file on the server. I will show you the index.html. When we edit, the show will look like this. The web page contains student identity information, including full name, student ID number, and address, at least in this web page or in this index.html that I edited, and was structured with using basic HTML elements such as headings and tables. And when the server IP address was accessed through a web browser, the edited web page was displayed correctly, confirming that the HTTP service was running properly. Okay, I'll show you how to test this DHCP process. First, we need to open a web browser. In this web browser, we will type the IP address of our server, that is 192.168.44.1, and after we enter it, it will show to us an index.html that we've edited, that shown to us my full name, my student identification number, and my address. All right. Next, we move to our last practicum in today's practicum, that is DNS. Wait a minute. Okay, DNS, here. Okay. DNS, I will show you here. Yeah. Finally, the DNS service, I will show you, I will explain to you what is the DNS service. First, for using the DNS service, we need to configure the DNS service configuration with the same on the same server. After the DNS service was configured on the same server, the DNS service was activated, and a DNS record was created by mapping the domain name jarcomc32.com to the server's IP address 192.168.44.1. So if in the HTTP section before we if you want to access the web or the index.html, we need to input the IP address that 192.168.44.1. Here, with the DNS service, we just need to type the domain name, that is jarcomc32.com. Now, after the DNS configuration was completed, testing was conducted from a PC client by opening a web browser and accessing the website using the domain name http //jarcomc32.com. The web page was displayed successfully, demonstrating that the DNS service will correctly resolve the domain name to the server's IP address. I'll show you the uh, web task with DNS service. Here, I will type the domain name, that is jarcomc32.com, and go. Uh, since the field of the jarcomc32.com and the 192.168.44.1 is the same, so the display on the web browser are the same. That is my full name, my student identification number, and my address. All right. I think that's all on this practicum. Well, in the conclusion, based on the result of all configuration steps and testing, it can be concluded that the DHCP, HTTP, and the DNS service were successfully implemented and function as expected within the star topology network. Well, that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next practicum. Bye.